Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Yusufshakeel and you're watching ChartJS tutorial series. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a pie chart using ChartJS. So let's get started. Open the project folder ChartJS2 and create a new file and save it as pie.html and write the basic HTML code. So we have the doc type HTML, opening and closing HTML tag. Inside the head tag, we have the title tag set to ChartJS pie. Then we have included the default.css file, which is inside the CSS folder. And inside the body tag, we have included jQuery.min.js file and chart.min.js file. Both are inside the JS folder. Now inside the JS folder, create a new file and save it as pie.js. This is where we are going to write the JavaScript to create pie chart. Now go back to pie.html and include the pie.js file. So we have to write script src js/pie.js and save. Now inside the body tag, we'll create a div and we'll give it a class chart container. And inside this div, we'll create another div and we'll give it a class pie chart container. Now inside this div, we'll create a canvas element and we'll give it an ID pie chart canvas 1. Now in this tutorial, I'll show you pie chart for two teams, team A and team B. So let me go ahead and create another pie chart container and I'll set the canvas ID to pie chart canvas 2. So this canvas having ID pie chart canvas 1 is for team A and this canvas having ID pie chart canvas 2 is for team B. Hit save and now it's time to write some JavaScript to create the pie chart. We'll write $document.ready function. Now the first thing we'll do is we'll get the canvas having ID pie chart canvas 1 and canvas having ID pie chart canvas 2. So we'll write var ctx1 hash pie chart canvas 1 then we'll have ctx2 pie chart canvas 2. Now to create the pie chart, we have to instantiate the chart class. Now since we have two canvas elements, so we'll create two variables, chart1 equal to new chart, which takes two arguments. The first one is ctx1 for the first canvas and the second is an object, and we set the property type to pie, data which is an object, and options which is another object, and we'll create another object var chart2 for the second canvas. So we'll set this to ctx2 and the type will be pie. Now save, and if we open this pie.html in the browser, we won't get any output, but we have two canvas. canvas 1 and canvas 2. Now let us change the style of class pie chart container. So open default.css and we'll create a new rule, pie chart container. We'll set the width to 360 pixels, height 360 pixels, and float left. Now if we open py.html and reload, we can see we have pie chart container placed side by side, having width and height 360 cross 360 pixels. Alright. Now in this tutorial, we are creating a pie chart that will represent the score of two teams, Team A and Team B, and their score in 5 matches, match 1, match 2 till match 5. So let us go ahead and create the first data object for Team A. So we'll write var data1, which is an object, and we'll set property labels, which is an array, and each element of this array is the name of the match. So first element is match 1, second element is match 2, then match 3, match 4, and finally match 5. Now the next property is data sets, which is also an array, and each element of this array is an object. So we'll create an object and we'll set the first property label to Team A score. Next, we set the property data, which is an array, and it contains score of Team A. So we'll write 10 for match 1, 50 for match 2, 25 for 3, 70 for 4, and 40 for match 5. Next property is background color, which is also an array, and you can use any color you want. I'm using these colors. Next property is border color, which is an array, and I'm filling it with the following random colors in hex. You can use any color you want. Next, we'll set border width, which is also an array. We'll set each of the 5 elements of this array to 1, and we'll save. Now we'll create another variable for Team B. So let me go ahead and copy the first data1 and paste it and replace this and write it data2. This is for Team B. So labels will remain same. It is an array, and each element of the array is the name of the match. So match 1, match 2 till match 5. Then the next property is data sets, which is again an array having some objects. So the first object of this array data sets is for Team B. So we'll set the label to Team B, and this is the score for Team B. So it is 20 for match 1, 35 for match 2, 40 for match 3, 60 for match 4, and 50 for match 5. The next property is background color, and we'll set it to some random color. And the next property is border color, so I'll use some more random colors. These are in hex form and you can use any color you like. And finally we have border width, and it is same as the first. Now save. Now for chart 1, we'll set data property to data 1, and for chart 2 we'll set the data property to data 2. Hit save. Now we go back to py.html and reload, and we have the pie chart for the two teams. Now if you want to move the legends at the bottom, go back to py.js and create a variable var options equal to, which is an object, and set legend, which is again an object, and set display to true and position to bottom. Save. And now set this options property of chart1 to this options variable. Similarly for chart2, set the options property to options. Save. Go back to py.html and reload. Now if you want title for the pie charts, we can go back to py.js and set the property title display to true, position to top, and text pie chart. And let us also set the font size to 18 and font color to, let's say, #111. Now save the file, go back to py.html and reload, and we have the title. So this is for team A and this is for team B. Alright guys, this brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope you will find this video interesting and helpful. I'll post the tutorial notes on my website dyclassroom.com. The link will be there in the description, and the code of this tutorial is there in my GitHub repository. The link is also there in the description, so please check that out. Please give this video a like if you really enjoyed it, and please subscribe my channel because I make new videos every week. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and like always, stay happy and keep smiling. Bye.